procurement wrote back quickly to the judicial secretary through to the chief justice through the judicial secretary to tell Nkorane say, oh, yamuka ne yate yebetua sika ne sisia. Nkorane ma judicial secretary no pressure. Judicial secretary through the chief justice no ma procurement pressure. Procurement say yate madam ye de sika ne be ma wo ma no. Until letter no say in the circumstances we wish to seek approval for the release of an amount of 46,000. Until judicial secretary for no letter no come procurement. Procurement actual letter come judicial secretary say right now no there they are also seeking for that money for the man. From what I am reading here, no, Madam Torkonu should not go scot free like that. And it's in the MPP for a day. They know lots and lots. Hey, when in Bonnie have in your market with you know the damage these people have caused. All that they are doing is to protect their crimes. I say NDC about government 5 months grand year. Do you know what is coming? Finally, yet the government of Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia Kennedy, they gave the money to the kids. All right, Abusia, remember what Kevin Teller, the Chief Justice Torkonu. Abusia, Kevin Teller at the expose bi aba bontina to say anodin ye pa abusia. This episode mendi beje pa say chale. Obe follow all the social media platform as VANDYKE. Now subscribe to your YouTube now anytime you drop latest update no. On sa abusia, this expose abusia ma bonne tantama pupuduo pa che say Polo. Ya bonne bede. And so no more hwan pa che say na mesa domu esuko. Na mu tamu chukuma me. Ma me twa me homra, me ba ensem no. Ye be hyase. Abusia, nyina ya nimsem say your man penny John Drama ne Mahama was suspended the Chief Justice Torkonu ate say Ghana fo obi e kasa wo ho say mami die wonya hwe na dai na your man penny was suspended mami boni ben kwa na oye ana e yotan hunu abusia wei ala Kevin Teller wo de expose ke se bi pa ababo ntina che say the judicial system no won say Justice Torkonu on na head e honum na wei na o me so mba reward contract bi ama judicial system no age say omo hyase say ompeso omo yes ade bi na ombe redesign judicial system no omo library ene niam ekeka ho na nipa contract no ekodi ni ho no ene asem no abusia designer contract no kodu e fen design 37 limited na omo yes sa contract ekodi omo nsem na e ba ye constitution ni mu a wonim say conflict of interest your constitution etiapa abusia make a sabeble yango Kevin Teller ho expose no de dikan yango kotim na ntie mu nsem ne hwe adekuroti a yema mpani John Drama ne Mahama o suspending mami Torkonu your friend aka Osono Mame so many things esi and then me be kira ade ba ku bi o ma ya no mu ye dede say Madam Torkonu nya hwe we are regular Ghanaian like myself right. Now, this company, your friend company way, and I want you to follow this conversation very well. Very important to me. The bachelor company be company way, you register company way 2019. A dinner your friend company, we friend Design 37 Limited. Design 37 Limited. Now, OSHA registration number now is CS098 422019. Osha address the shower house number BAE 2920 near the place 16th Street Bashona. I want to register a company no. Now so oko company no mo a company no eyo omodia and directors of the company. So share document America we are. You will see this. Mami enlarge na obi an hu bi se na be ya enye te se me nko na mehwe. Wo omo directors of the company no. Your Adam Sarah Amega Torkonu ono na director marketing sa company na registered in 2019 and your Serum Francis Afi Torkonu ono so director and designer and your Serum Francis Afi Torkonu osa secretary and designer inti company no the director and the secretary no one person your friend is Serum Francis Afi Torkonu. And the marketing director no your friend no Adam Sarah Amega Torkonu. Now, so company na you registered in 2019. Right now, Mamwati ase omo directors of the company. Nipa na mabo mudini nyina you heard it. Sa company way obebuta say edien na omo ye. Sa company way say omo be ye edwuma bi ama Ghana. Now Omoje contract every the judicial services war. Contract and then saying
almost say almost by refurbish a judicial services no almost see new lounge. Now a dear medical owner make just say the owner of the company. A serum. This serum lady onye. This one is called serum. Onona mi bo ni din echere musisiano. So she is the owner of the company. Serum Frances Afi Torkonu. She is the daughter of the suspended Chief Justice. Company now make a lady Wadia. Remember, her mother is the Chief Justice. Time we win the contract, we know none of a Chief Justice. Now, these are some of the items onya contract no or say or toya or the ebedeng or the bedi jumano. Into some of the items they be near. Now Osha items na. We didn't remember contract so, but I'm going to show you how the whole thing went down. Oto judges reading room or renovate Oto akunya bako 3,000 Ghana cedis. Oto ose desk. Oto ebi 24,000. Ose lounge in Kunjani be 240 million old Ghana. And now oto nyamani be 42,000. Ose Kunja edbesi lounge wo. Oto desktop computers be 23,000 Ghana, 230 million old Ghana. These are some of the things contract or state say obeto edia renovate the judges lounge and also the library, the judicial library. And remember, contract where we win and a Chief Justice. Now Osha flower pot be or the can ne contract no one or say obeto ediako innovation no oto ebi 1,900 Ghana tete Ghana 19 million oto bibiti say nkonwa bi and also oto bi 6,500 Ghana 65 million old Ghana oto tables be 32,000 bibiti say curtains blinds oto bi 7,000 that is 70 million old Ghana and a whole lot of things or say na obe use edi changing the face of the judiciary, library, and their lounge. Now let's go into the wagon. Remember, say contract na a lady way, the Chief Justice no contract na demand a restrictive tendering. And I say, because a restrictive tendering yama obia kwine emanang ambede. Contract am the bachelor no. Unya who cost a contract in a sum, total sum. You don't have it. You have no idea. I'm going to show you. But I want you to understand, say, Madam Torkonu bano ne baba serum we no. Ye man the contract no na a restrictive tendering. Meaning, ya ma obia ho kwan say on bid for that contract. Technically, your friend no and on kwa baye and your tam sika man say kwa contract no. So obi weka say onya priority, onya special treatment. Ne ma me na the Chief Justice and the contract we man no restrictive tendering. Into Biana Preho, if you don't know serum, she is actually connected to David Ajay, the guy now omomano cathedral contract. No, it is serum. She worked with David Ajay's company in 2015 as an intern. Inti sa lady we are Madam Torkonu bano. David Ajay na omude cathedral design man no. She used to work with David Ajay as an intern, not Oya attachments. In less than 4 years, the intern is getting contract worth 5 billion old Ghana. Serum onye. I Torkonu banini. Fe. The dead. Mesa twaso. Ba me chiro bibi. Torkonu nembanie. You see, Serum and Edem, they are directors of the company. Design 7, DN. These are her kids. Now you see it. Ain't it something they know what they are doing. Now some are me a Chief Justice crowd. What will make you want to take a contract from the judiciary service? What will make you do that? You have not seen anything yet too, eh? Boni afa nyoma ken mwedi e Ghana no. And it's almost sorry no we demonstration Madam Torkonu nko. Uni boni mwedi Ghana. When I hear people tell Kevin Taylor, I am mesre. Do you know the damage people have caused in Ghana? And yet democracy, and concerning the people be second, you bomb in a tributu. And yet democracy. Obi pempa da swawo, obi nyebi. Yatam almost 5 billion. Ama Torkonu ba. She used to be an intern 4 years ago.
Kavitela ni koti ni ba. Na afe pa ni ebe bo document na kasemu yi. Ye be di die wiase. ojo enye easy emu sikasɛm ni mu ni ade chale relax it take Kevin Taylor
yanko into the contract. Follow the documents very well. Now osha document where I was screen this, let me enlarge it because it's always good when you can see what I am reading. This is a letter Design 37 Limited Enya Free Air Judicial Services War. Now, redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. In the contract, they say, obe designing a judicial library. Now, was creating a new judges lounge. Into which letter now, we forward herewith our bid into letter way na Madam Torkonu ba extra edekoma the judicial secretary say omo bede for this contract say omo be redesigning the judicial library and also omo be recreating a new judges lounge. Madam Torkonu or chief justice no ne ba no extra letter say contract bi ono na obetuma ye no otra command Madam Torkonu office say sa contract no wa bid for contract no. We forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we, the undersigned, offer to redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge in conformity with the said tender documents for the sum of grand total for redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge, including 2 years warranty, 456,456 Ghana. Now, Madam Torkonu Babano extra letter basically catch Madam Torkonu office say omo bid a bromo omo bid a tum say omo be redesigning the library for the judiciary and also a lounge. Now, Sika almost say de babe sa contract no 456,000. Titigana Sika no over 4 billion. And na de babe renovate library no na omaye some lounge be ediama judges no. Inti letter way free Madam Torkonu back company ba your friend Syrian company ultra letter way ediakwa koma ediakoma the judicial secretary. Do you remember the judicial secretary? She is the lady Madam Torkonu suggested me Kufuado say on Fanenko Supreme Court. That is the lady recently or resigning here as the judicial secretary. Let me show you her picture. Eti Madam Torkonu Bano. She is writing this letter to the judicial secretary or yet the secretary to Nemame. This woman. Eti letter na Torkonu ba Etrono or trakoma Madam Torkonu secretary. Say contract way contract in Timunshemu na monfamaye. Na ni nyina be cost 456,000. Titigana sikano 4.5 billion. This is the woman. Maami we ena Torkonu ba no extra letter na koma no. Sa time no na judicial secretary. This woman. On say recently, Madam Torkonu call suspension on also ka say wa resigning. This woman. Syria Pamela Quarantine. Time and now Madam Torkonu ba extra letter we area koma judicial services no. Or na the secretary to the chief justice. Judicial secretary no onye wa resign and say the madam call suspension on so resigning. Into the banner letter no, the letter was directed to this lady. Say, ya the bid atum, ya pesi a renovate library no, and library renovate ya pesi a lounge account ni nyina be cost Titigana sikano almost 5 billion. Okay. Let's go back to the letter. Now, Osha letter na. I wasn't done reading the letter. Osha letter ni here. We state amount of money omube here EDIS contract no. Where Madam Torkonu, we are talking about conflict of interest. The reason why some people are making noise here, because Madam Torkonu is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Now, who read the letter? We undertake, if our bid is accepted, to deliver the goods and services in accordance with the delivery schedule specified in the schedule of requirement. Or see, someone a bid way too ma into letter way or throw a comma judicial secretary. So time no na oye ne maame secretary. Say mo the bid way maya. You be make sure say ejuma no you be ne pepepe. Oba say wa or say thank you for inviting us to take part in the above mentioned bid. Enti judicial secretary no, judicial services no, and invite you almost form bid in betum. And omo bed kotumu. And omo chese bid no be atumu for renovation and also the lounge, is going to cost old Ghana no 5 billion. Where Madam Torkonu, the Chief Justice Neba, Siriam Torkonu, and the bid atum amane office. And DNC me enko enim. Team, stay with me. So uko the correspondence are or the letter will come out judicial secretary, obviously or definitely the judicial secretary would tell the boss, because the judicial secretary cannot take that decision alone. It means she has to go and discuss it with the Chief Justice, because the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And who was the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice then was the lady who was saying, give me the contract, and then the Chief Justice. So do you think, say, sa contract, Syriam will not get it? Because what shall letter come and mame, and what catch me mame say, mame deal of 4.5 billion old Ghana. Now, Osha the SCHRA, this is what happened after. Now, so check a document where let me enlarge it. Now, because you be Mekasa Kevin Taylor or that Ghana for. So on the 17th of October, September, 2024. September, October, November, December, naka 4 months, Emma Yako Twaba. Naka 4 months, Emma Yako Twaba, and Madam Torkonu ba. Estate a bede for this contract. Naka 4 months, ne Yako Twaba. Now, uridi a year memorandum to judicial service. Letter in ye. A year the procurement authority. Judicial service no forward day. A year sa letter the command procurement, director of procurement. And the technically, judicial service for a sa bid no and the command procurement. That means omashe obane bid him, Chief Justice and Baba bid no and forward the command director of procurement. Inti forward the call procurement authority. Now, a procurement authority extra buy almost a bid no document no a no muhuye. This is the response from the procurement authority. Memorandum, recommendation for award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of the judges lounge. 17th September 2024. A procurement kaye. Your ladyship, we refer to the Public Procurement Authority approval for the use of restricted tendering method for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. The procurement authority say, oh, Madam Ladyship, omo letter adi akwa koma Chief Justice. So, Madam Chief Justice, yen saka sa bid na mde bre no. In fact, ya approve. Company ya waidia Madam Torkonu ba edia. September 17th, 2024. And a procurement to Trobeka a Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they have approved the contract. Now, the procurement department has completed the process. Mazar Design 37 Limited has been recommended by the panel for consideration for contract award in a sum of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes. Respectfully, find attached evaluation report and the award of contract letter for consideration. When the signing here, Austin Evans Kanyoke. It's letter the buy no. Bid in the beka ne ma mensano. And for the call procurement and a procurement on the 17th of September, 4 months to election. Approve almost 5 billion old Ghana cedis contract. Edema Madam Torkonu ba. Okay, yanko what happened next? The managing director on the same 17th now, don't get this wrong. I'm sure idea. Oh, say, she let away. Letter na free procurement whereby na omo approve letter on the 17th September no. The same day, another letter came through now here. So on the 17th of September 2024, and a procurement for the letter by say contract ya hwehwem ya di amano. Madam Torkonu ba ya di amano. That's cool. Now here. On the same day, the 17th of September, the same 17th of September 2024, something happened. I'm sure idea. Let me move it up so that be able to know. There is a letter. The managing director, Design 37 Limited. Award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of the judges lounge. The judicial secretary to Madam Torkonu actually wrote a letter the same day to Madam Torkonu Bano, telling her, say, Yenya response a free procurement today. They are writing the letter to Madam Torkonu Bano. What did they write in the judicial service? Letter Omochro Koma Torkonu Ba. Procurement approval on the 17th of September. The same 17th of September, Madam Torkonu Jinaso MHO letter command Bano. Letter way free judicial services. PDWKS 3524. Dear Omochro no letter. Let's read what they wrote in the letter. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and the creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Almost say, bid now the buy on the 5th of September. Remember, Madam Torkonu Basiram, the company now your friend, Design 37 Limited, bid, the command judicial services are head on the 5th of September. On the 17th of September, and procurement approve the same 17th of September, and judicial services led by Madam Torkonu through her secretary wrote to Madam Torkonu's daughter, say, your letter you submitted on the 5th, the bid, it has been approved. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Consequently, you are requested to carry out the redesigning works based on the attached priced bill of quantities and scope of works. 2. This letter is coming from Madam Torkonu's office to Neba Company that you have been given 5 billion, almost 5 billion contracts. September 17th, aka 4 months near Tuaba. Now, second point, this is what it says. This is technology. The total contract price is 460,456 Ghana cedis, including taxes. Into almost 30 the contract sum, total sum, almost 4.6 billion old Ghana cedis. Madam Torkonu Ba. Contract. Point 3. You are to proceed with the necessary action for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specifications agreed upon. Payment will be made after satisfactory completion and certification of work done. Okay, point 3 now. Almost say a year payment no obubetia after Madam Torkonu Bano aye contract ne wie. Point 3 no almost say specifications omo dia mano no sikana eye almost 5 billion no oye contract ni nyina wie ometam sikana mano. So there's also another twist there. Did she complete the job? Has she completed the job? Has she been paid? Was she paid after the job, or she was paid after the job? Because we want to know, was she paid after the job was done, or she was paid before the job was done? Because point 3, as stated, you are to proceed with the necessary actions for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specification agreed upon. Payments will be made after satisfactory completion and certification works done. They wanted to make sure certifications and completion and everything is done before payment is done. The question is, was all these things done before payment was done? Now, Yanko point 4. By a copy of this letter, the manager, Law Court Complex, and the director, estates are to provide the needed assistance for the execution of the works. Please ensure that the works are executed within the agreed scope and reports on same following completion of works. In terms of culture, no, making sure say you not the 4 weeks aye you 1 month. What the 1 month yes renovation redesigning of the libraries. So just redesign the libraries. Table way see where the coffee table see books way fakosha na redesign the lounge for 4.6 billion old Ghana. Redesigning and you're building a new library. You see, redesign the library and a lounge. Baby, I judge for me. No, my kind book be will be any day. Ebi on per coffee kakra and no almost 5 billion. A redesign. Now, point 5. Please note that a revised work plan for the execution of the project is to be submitted to the undersigned through the director estate before commencement of work. So Ushenipa or signing sa letter we are Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine, Judicial Secretary to the Chief Justice. Then I am Madam Torkonu. This woman used to be the former girlfriend of Ekufuado. She used to date Ekufuado. The former Judicial Secretary, Pamela. He used to date Nana Dankwa Ekufuado. Then the former girlfriend, and the Judicial Services or a Judicial Secretary to Madam Torkonu. Madam Torkonu office Ankasa letter command the base contract the amount almost 5 billion fano. This is what happened. In less than a month, you catch and say, Onya Jumani Nyenwe until in some fruit onya bibia. In less than a month, she's back demanding for money. Now, Uridia, she actually wrote a serum, the company, a friend, Design 37 Limited. They actually wrote the Judicial Secretary to be sent to her mother, Sadieng, and this was received on the 25th of October. Remember, the last letter, Omode endorse and I say Omoje contract is 17th September. This letter from a serum to her mother, the Chief Justice, through the Judicial Secretary, it was received on the 25th of October. Request for payment for redesign of the Judicial Service Libraries and Judges Lounge. I hope this letter finds you well. I am humbly writing on behalf of Design 37 to formally request for the payment of 456,456 Ghana for the redesign of Judicial Services Library, Law Court Complex Libraries, and the Judges Lounge, which has been approved. So now, Akorano, on your contract, no, but in less than a month, Wababaki say, you approve the contract, pay me the money. Or instructing the mame through the secretary that my contract has been approved by my mother through the procurement, and it came back to my mother, and my mother told me that it has been approved. Now I am back. Pay me the money. The project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete. Listen, letter way free. Madam Torkonu Banho, Syrian company, no. In the letter, your trophy Judicial Secretary office, Nema Metroman said, this contract needs to be completed in 4 weeks before you are paid. Now, Akurane catch Nema say through the Judicial Secretary say the project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete the outlined objectives. Or see, contract today and Saka, by a catch them say, Send ye no Mokayano, said you might deal with your bet my contract 20 minutes in the Naswa. I was a Sikana ba. Says Sikana ma, and ya dear you bet to me, I ye a Juma we it was ye. Meaning, they are asking for the money. Are they going to pay her? Her mother is the Chief Justice, Torkonu. Are they going to pay Torkonu's daughter the money? They are people who did jobs for the government, road contractors for 8 years. They were not paid. Some died. But I'm Torkonu's daughter put a bid in less than 2 weeks. It's been approved. Or say, pay me the money now so that I can do the job. But Charlotte Akomane through the Judicial Secretary. Now, please let us know if there are any additional documents or information required to expedite the process. Thank you for your attention and support. We look forward to your favorable response and to the continued collaboration on this important initiative. Yours sincerely, K.A. Ketali Abdullah, Secretary, Administrator, Design 37 Limited. So talk on Uba. It which letter command ma me per contract. Na ma me afọ de procurement. Na procurement for aba say ajatum. Na ma me aka say approve. Na ne bana sa aka che ma me say yiska. Hey Ghana. This is the Chief Justice I'm talking about too. Madam Torkonu. Obi to say adentina ye tata Torkonu. Udim the Torkonu aye. Yanko, what happened next? Okache ne ma me office say she needs them to pay them no. E wana or issue invoice. Serum, the company no. they issued an invoice of 456,456 Ghana 98 pesos. Tete Ghana scan almost 5 billion or issue invoice. The invoice and so Design 37 Limited. TIN number C002520517X. Supply interior design to Judicial Services. Date 29th November 2024. Naka how many weeks near Twaba? 29th of November 2024. Na ye issue invoice. Na aka how many weeks? Na aka how many days? Na akoto about 7th December. A week or two to elections. Now, Madam Torkonu issue invoice of almost 5 billion old Ghana. You sit there and tell me this woman has to come back to our court and sit there and do what? Now, does it end there? No. I'm not sure what I did. So, my show, the invoice from Madam Torkonu company. No? This was when the director procurement, in fact, this was when the procurement office, director procurement, actual letter, Ekoma Chief Justice, say, ne ban company, no, the 5th of November, into read the letter we are. This letter, it was from the director procurement to a judicial secretary. And what's the subject? Request for funds, redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and judges lounge. Now, had date near 5th of November 2024, 5th. Your ladyship, reference is made to the award of contract letter number PDWKS 3524 dated 17 September 2024 for the redesign of the judicial services, libraries, and creation of the judge lounge. Following the issuance of the award of contract to Meza Design 7 Limited, the company has requested into him when they sent the letter. You see, when they wrote the letter, timer, my member company no actual letter no. Amucho letter no command judicial services and copy the procurement. Into amucho command judicial services no say no ye win contract no sikasam no na judicial services forward day procurement say sikasam na and a procurement ebetro ediama on the 5th of November. Edema Ayedian, Chief Justice, say, following the issuance of the award of contract to Meza Design 37 Limited, the company has requested per the attached letter that they will require early disbursement to proceed with the works. In the time, Nebano actual letter come Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary, no, so omu demand early money. Again, what the procurement authority time and chronological letter come on Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they also forwarded the letter to procurement. Now procurement responded to Chief Justice I say over the 3rd paragraph I say in the circumstances we wish to seek approval for the release of an amount of 456,456 Ghana including taxes to enable the company proceed with the works. It's in a mandatory letter. Madam Torkonu actual letter come Judicial Secretary. Almost I catch up mama say they need the money, but the contract states say was somewhere there. They insisted they needed the money, and Madam Torkonu forwarded the letter to come out procurement, and a procurement say, "Oh, money some here can there, and then the Momo Muska almost 5 billion into almost treaty BBA as an emergency was an urgent deal." Was so urgent that procurement wrote back quickly to the Judicial Secretary through to the Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary to tell Nkorane say, oh, the mukaniate yebetie sika this is here. Nkorane ma Judicial Secretary no pressure. Judicial Secretary through the Chief Justice no ma procurement pressure. Procurement say ate madam ye the sika no be ma wo ma no. Into letter no say in the circumstances we wish to seek approval for the release of an amount of 46,000. Inti Judicial Secretary for no letter no come procurement. Procurement actual letter come Judicial Secretary say right now no they are also seeking for that money for the man. From what I am reading here, no Madam Torkonu should not go scot free like that. And it's in the MPP for the day. They know lots and lots. Hey, when Bonnie have in your market with Do you know the damage these people have caused? All that they are doing is to protect their crimes. Now say NDC about government 5 months grand year. Udim the ABC. Do you know what is coming? Finally, yet the government of Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia Kennedy, they gave the money to the kids. These are the documents. We will publish everything. Mr. P, Mr. S. If you want to watermark them, watermark them. If you don't want to watermark, just whatever you guys want to do, put it out there. We share journalists in Kwasi Afube Ghana say Paul Ademochwe who fin drug infested fool. I'm a better radio so TV so dadamo. Gonorrhea Paul Ademochwe. Na San Kwasi Afube na muti omo Ghana. Read this for yourself. Design 37 420 Drive Street North Ridge. Blah 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 blah. Project name: redesign of Judicial Service Library, Law Complex Libraries, and redesign of Judges Lounge. Document: payment receipt. Government of Ghana paid the money. And this is the receipt I showed you. Wait a minute, maybe mess up back. But I want you to see. You see, the government of Ghana paid. They paid the money to the kids. It will read it document in the latter part of document in here. Documents: paid receipt for the interior design of interior finishing and furnishing of the Judicial Services Libraries and Judges Lounge. Date issued. When was the payment made? 29th of November 2024. Received: the Judicial Services of Ghana Finance Department. Amount: 434,291 Ghana 53 pesos. Date received: 29th of November 2024. For payment of the redesign of the Judicial Service Libraries, Law Complex Libraries, and Judges Lounge. They paid the money to them. Madam Torkonu Mbano Eje almost 5 billion old Ghana, 29th of November 2024. Naka how many days me atwaba? 7. He's paid by the government. Why not this idea we betro? Jimmy for they are lying to you people. They are using you people to build their lives. Mo Ghana for no, you cannot correct them. And it's not the Ametina me say. There are sit document way back we and trono uncle for mbra. Seme bois. Nobody can speak in Ghana. Nobody. Chief Justice Torkonu cannot speak on this. And do you know what I have? Do you know what is coming? Sametrana say the MPP should never come close to power for the next 42 years. I know what I am telling you. In baby to me say for some reason, and you be on air. So there will be war in Ghana. Yeah, in Tokobe Sea. Some people will murder some people in Ghana. There will be war, there will be anger. The youth will rise up against some people in Ghana. But we keep those things because we want to protect the democracy of this nation. That is why sometimes Ayana Yakasani Ejina. Why? Because we are looking at the young people on the streets. If you give the NPP opportunity again, you are done. Bawumia, Kennedy, Japan. They are thieves, they are criminals, they don't care. Don't underestimate the NPP. JJ Rollins catch them. These are the groom criminals.
All right, Abusia, Kevin Taylor, and you could see any bank in Seminole. Bomb details per Rasia, to say. Judicial and Seminole, what you see, I feel dainty a man. The Chief Justice, no. Your man Penny don't drama Mahama or suspended, no, I don't know. Abusia, anybody so we follow all the social media platform. You also subscribe to your page, and anytime be able to drop the latest update, on Saka. Share video, then will be a share. May I say, Macron.